The fight between Naoya Inoue and Stephen Fulton was not just another boxing match, it was a clash of styles, a battle of undefeated confidence against technical precision, and a moment that fans had been waiting for with massive anticipation. Inoue, already known as one of the most feared pound-for-pound fighters in the world, stepped into the ring carrying a reputation for destruction, speed, and surgical accuracy. Fulton, on the other hand, entered as a highly skilled, disciplined, and intelligent boxer who believed his movement, timing, and defense would be enough to neutralize any pressure thrown at him. Before the fight even began, analysts were already debating endlessly. Some believed Fulton's boxing IQ and slick footwork would create problems for Inoue, possibly forcing him into deep waters for the first time in years. Others strongly disagreed, arguing that Inoue's pressure, body attack, and timing would slowly break Fulton down, no matter how skilled he was. The tension surrounding this fight made it feel like something special was about to happen, something that would define careers as the fighters walked into the arena. The atmosphere was electric. The crowd was loud, cameras were flashing, and every seat felt like it was filled with expectation. Fulton appeared calm, focused, and light on his feet, showing early signs of movement strategy. Inoue, however, walked in with a quiet intensity, no unnecessary emotion. No wasted energy, just pure focus, like a fighter who already knew exactly how the night would end. From the opening bell, the difference in approach was clear. Fulton immediately started using his footwork, circling away, trying to keep distance and avoid exchanges. He used his jab to establish rhythm, attempting to control the range and prevent Inoue from getting comfortable. For a few moments, it looked like Fulton's strategy might work, as he managed to land light shots while staying mobile and unpredictable. But Inoue was not rushing. Instead, he was observing everything. Every step Fulton took, every angle he created, every feint he threw Inoue, was processing it all. Slowly but surely, he began cutting off the ring, reducing Fulton's space. It wasn't aggressive chasing, it was intelligent pressure. Each step forward was calculated, forcing Fulton closer to exchanges he wanted to avoid. As the early rounds progressed, Inoue's timing started to show. Whenever Fulton tried to step in and out, Inoue would respond with sharp counters, making him think twice about engaging. Even when punches weren't landing cleanly, the psychological pressure was building. Fulton was constantly resetting, adjusting, and reacting instead of controlling. Fulton, however, remained composed. He continued using lateral movement and tried to mix in counters to keep Inoue honest. There were moments where he successfully landed clean jabs and short combinations, proving that he was not intimidated. His defense was tight and his ring awareness was elite. But maintaining that pace against Inoue's pressure was already becoming mentally exhausting. Rounds the fight began to shift noticeably. Inoue started increasing his body attacks, targeting the midsection with precision. These punches were not dramatic knockouts, but they were strategic damage shots, slowing Fulton's movement just a little more. His ability to move freely began to decrease, and that gave Inoue even more control over the ring. Inoue's combinations became sharper and more confident. Jab to the body, hook upstairs, straight right, his sequences were flowing naturally. He was no longer just reacting to Fulton's movement, he was predicting it. Every exchange started to feel like it was being guided by Inoue's control of distance and timing. As Fulton tried to respond, he found fewer openings. His counters still landed occasionally, but Inoue's defense and recovery were immediate. Even when he got hit, Inoue would step right back in and apply pressure again, refusing to let Fulton build momentum. That constant pressure created a mental battle as much as a physical one. Entering the championship rounds, the intensity reached its peak. Inoue began walking Fulton down more aggressively, cutting off escape routes and forcing exchanges in tight spaces. The ring suddenly felt much smaller for Fulton, as every direction seemed controlled by Inoue's positioning. The energy in the arena shifted as fans realized the fight was reaching a breaking point. Fulton attempted to hold, move, and reset, but Inoue's pressure was relentless. Every time Fulton tried to escape, Inoue was already there, waiting with counters and combinations. The accumulation of punishment, both physical and mental, was becoming overwhelming. The fight was no longer about strategy, it was about survival under pressure. Then came the moment that defined everything. Inoue saw a brief opening in Fulton's guard. In a split second, he stepped in with explosive speed and unleashed a perfectly timed combination. The punches were fast, clean, and devastatingly accurate. Fulton was caught in the middle of the exchange, unable to fully defend as the impact landed with full force. The reaction was immediate. The referee moved in closely, watching Fulton's condition as Inoue continued applying controlled pressure. The damage had accumulated to a point where continuation was no longer safe, and the stoppage came. In that moment, the fight ended with a clear statement: dominance, precision, and complete control from start to finish. The arena erupted. Fans witnessed yet another masterclass from Naoya Inoue, a fighter who doesn't just win fights, but systematically breaks down elite opponents. His performance was a perfect combination of patience, timing, intelligence, and explosive finishing ability. After the fight, analysts and fans praised Inoue's ability to adapt and control every phase of the bout. He didn't rush for the knockout. Instead, he built it step by step, round by round, until the finish became inevitable. That is what separates great fighters from legendary ones: the ability to control not just moments, but entire fights. 4. Fulton. It was a tough defeat against one of the best fighters in the world. Despite the loss, he showed courage, discipline, and professionalism throughout the fight. He faced one of the most dangerous pressure fighters of this era and gave everything he had. Even when the momentum turned against him in the end, this fight will be remembered as another defining performance in the career of Naoya Inoue, a fighter who continues to prove why he is considered one of the most complete and dangerous boxers in the world today. It was not just a knockout, it was a demonstration of total boxing mastery.